Beauty Salon taken to the outside. Stylish Buy still a length in front at the 200. Call Me Sue under the bat trying to get on terms. Sunset Liqueur looking for the way out. Beauty Salon on the outside running on, and then Vikema. Stylish Buy leads with 100 to go. Sunset Liqueur got the split. Stylish Buy in front. Sunset Liqueur pounced and bloused it. Sunset Liqueur beat Stylish Buy. Vikema third. Then Call Me Sue, Susie Globe, Beauty Salon, Melba's Girl, Grandma, My Lady Di, and Happy Echo was last of all.
4-1-12.
Mekong Tiger away fairly. Hot Hills from the outside clearly won the start and charged over to the lead. Mekong Tiger's back at the rear. Hot Hills leads. River Captain goes to second out after the leader from Kingston Cape, Fox's Fortune. Sharka's Gold is wide, Wary Topaz, and then Carnaby Street and Mekong Tiger. River Captain strode around Hot Hills and kicked away. Kingston Cape third, Fox's Fortune and Sharka's Gold. River Captain leads 5 on the corner. Hot Hills second. It's all River Captain, and River Captain goes home to win nicely. River Captain first, Kingston Cape second. In third position, Hot Hills. Charging down the outside, Fox's Fortune. Sharka's Gold, Carnaby Street, Mekong Tiger, and Wary Topaz was amongst the tail enders.
4-3 and a photo, Wentworth Park.
Racing of the 22.30. Precious Lotus is the first to show out. Trying to go with it most is Macho. On the inside, Last Card Louis. But Precious Lotus is going to drive up and lead round that first turn. From most is Macho, Last Card Louis seem to just go a fraction roughly for a stride. Star of Amber moves to third. Now Irish Line has been able to work across and grab a trail in the early part. They are followed further back in the field then by Wahimo on one off the rails. Historic Chimes next on the inside. Further back in the field then we had Inspector Gadget. It's a fairway back, as was Linwood Lee. Johnny Idle back on the rails, and back at the tail was Strathlodden Gift. Well, down to the judge, they raced the first time, and the leader is Precious Lotus by 5 metres in second, placing most is Macho. Star of Amber found the rails third. Now Last Card Louis was keen to get off. Irish Liner had eased, and Last Card Louis works off to sit outside them. Lead time 46.3, spot on 2-minute rate. Down on the inside, Historic Chimes. 1 out, 2 back, Wahimo on the back of Irish Liner. Johnny Idle next on the inside from Inspector Gadget. Linwood Lee with a bit of a job to do from second last, as has Strathlodden Gift from the tail. Down the back they race. Between turns, a little over a lap and a half to run. Precious Lotus the leader. Last Card Louis moves up second on the outside. Now has Mostas Macho in the pocket. Irish Liner getting a lovely run in transit fourth. Star of Amber 3 back on the inside. Wahimo's on the back of Irish Liner. Then Historic Chimes on the rails. Inspector Gadget next, racing around Johnny Idle. Still second last to Linwood Lee, and Strathlodden Gift was last. 32.6 the first quarter as they swing into the straight to get the bell. And it's Precious Lotus. She's been on top from the outset. 3 metres in front in second, placing Last Card Louis. Behind the leader, Mostas Macho. Irish Liner, well, it's had every chance in the run. Here's Inspector Gadget coming out 3 wide. Now he stays in at this stage on Irish Liner. Star of Amber on the rails. Wahimo the outside, trying to work onto the back of Inspector Gadget. Now he stays in. Historic Chimes the inside. Linwood Lee 3 deep, trying to get around them. Then Johnny Idle and Strathlodden Gift pulling deep. Second quarter, 31.7 as they head into the back, 600 out. Precious Lotus travelling all right for the moment. She's 2 metres to Last Card Louis. 3 deep, Inspector Gadget. Now Irish Liner in the centres in a pocket. No run also for Mostas Macho. Linwood Lee 3 wide coming around them. It'll have to come 4 wide though. Wahimo in the centre. Star of Amber on the inside. Strathlodden Gift, Johnny Idle, Historic Chimes not in the race. Halfway around the turn. Precious Lotus almost joined by Last Card Louis. 3 wide, Inspector Gadget. No run at all. Irish Liner now. He's easing out deeper. Linwood Lee will be 5 wide for home. Mostas Macho looks for an inside run. Then Star of Amber into the straight. Precious Lotus goes for home from Last Card Louis. Inspector Gadget, Irish Liner. Mostas Macho getting a run. So too Star of Amber. Star of Amber, Irish Liner the outside. Irish Liner. Irish Liner's got up and beaten Star of Amber. I think Precious Lotus might hang on for third. There's a line of about 6. Also there, Mostas Macho, Last Card Louis, Inspector Gadget and Linwood Lee. No luck, Historic Chimes, then Wahimo, Strathlodden Gift and Johnny Idle.
Number 6, Irish Liner, the winner. Jeffrey Webster was trying to keep it in a pocket on Inspector Gadget. Good drive, Jeff, but...
Hidden Harry came out running, so did Miss Acclaim, driving up out wide, Tudor Bell. Going to the first turn, Benny Boy's got the fly through the pack to hit the lead out of the straight from Miss Acclaim. They're followed by Hidden Harry, moving up to Nilba Boy, Tudor Bell the rail. 3 lengths away to My Larissa, then came Gunga Din, and Apollo 11's at the rear. Heading up the back, Hidden Harry got the inside run to join and head Miss Acclaim. Tudor Bell's got the inside run underneath them. Tudor Bell ran to the lead from Hidden Harry, running off Miss Acclaim, getting a run behind them, Benny Boy, but Tudor Bell shot clear, and Tudor Bell's coming away to beat Hidden Harry. Third, Miss Acclaim, followed by Benny Boy, close up My Larissa from Gunga Din. A break 2 to Nilba Boy, and Apollo 11 was the last in.
8-1-5, the placings...
Racing. Meadow Style away okay. Fellas Pride is away very quickly. He looks like heading off Avon Destiny early, and out wide on the track is Le Quick making ground. Just in behind them came Meadow Style. Mark Apollo drops out to third last as Fellas Pride reaches the lead from on the outside Le Quick. So with cover early and fourth is Avon Destiny. Meadow Style the rail is third. 8 metres away back in the field is Full Deck. On its inside leaving the straight is Travcore. 6 or 8 metres to Lady Dina, followed by Contender Zone. A break of 10 metres to Mark Apollo, 12 metres away Top Tender, and 10 metres to Strictly Cash at the lap and a half mark. And Le Quick on the outside is putting pressure on Fellas Pride. 10 metres away third is Meadow Style. Lead time 23.5 coming off the back as Fellas Pride retained the lead from on the outside. Le Quick and now eases. Travcore in behind them is racing 3 back on the rail in fifth. Avon Destiny is fourth with cover but pulling double. Then Full Deck is trailing it. Back in the field is Lady Dina, followed by Contender Zone. Mark Apollo now from third last is Satellite, 8 metres to Top Tender, and Strictly Cash is last. First quarter 30.3, 1,000 to go. Fellas Pride in front, almost 3 metres. Le Quick on the outside has tested Fellas Pride. Up on the outside is Avon Destiny pulling awfully hard. It's had a very good run. Mark Apollo now works around the outside 3 wide. Meadow Style, he's had a nice sit behind the leader, followed by Travcore on the rail. Top Tender pulls out 3 wide. It trails Mark Apollo, then Full Deck. On the rail is Contender Zone. Second last is Strictly Cash, pulling out 3 wide on the back of Top Tender. And Lady Dina 6 metres away last and pulling out 3 wide on the back of Strictly Cash. Along the back at the 600 they race. Second quarter in 33.2. It's Fellas Pride 3 metres in front. Le Quick has run its race. Mark Apollo 3 wide travels up into second placing. Meadow Style the rail. Out 3 wide as Top Tender making ground, followed by Travcore. Check there was Avon Destiny. Le Quick fell into its lap. Pull to the outside now from back in the field is Strictly Cash. Then Lady Dina, followed in behind them by Contender Zone, and Full Deck is last. Third quarter 29.6 around the turn inside the 200 metres. Fellas Pride, the one in front, the one to beat. He's 2 metres in front. Mark Apollo trying hard. Meadow Style is getting out, followed by Travcore, but Gavilang is just sitting there on Fellas Pride. He's got Mark Apollo's measure. Travcore gets into third placing, but Fellas Pride is zooming away near the line, and he wins nicely. Fellas Pride by 5 metres. Mark Apollo second, 4 metres away third Travcore. Out wide Strictly Cash and Lady Dina ran home. Meadow Style disappointing, followed by Contender Zone, then Full Deck and Top Tender. Avon Destiny back in behind them, and last in was Le Quick.
4-7-1, the placings, Mooney Valley.
Cervantes, ready. Racing, Cervantes came out only fairly. The best start was Ed Shed, Magic Floyd showing speed. On the fence, Pretty Gossip is trying to get through. It has, and Pretty Gossip railed through to join Ed Shed at the first corner. On the hammer was Cape Curra, trying to get through Freddie Panda, wide Magic Floyd. Cervantes is about 6 and 7 deep. Further back in the field, Miss Codrington, and last Freddie Panda on the corner. Striding to the lead, Cape Curra leads 3 lengths to Ed Shed. Cervantes got to third. Cape Curra nicely clear, and Cape Curra goes on to win. Cape Curra about 3.5 to Ed Shed. Cervantes third on the outside. Miss Codrington, Freddie Panda. Further back, Pretty Gossip, followed by Dandy Rhythm, and Magic Floyd was last.
1-4-7, the placings.
Blue light flashing, they're off and running. A good even start where LT Rhythm was one of the best served at Barrier Rise. Getting away well was Stanley Meadow. They were being followed then by War Chant, a wall of horses as they make the run to the corner the first time. Up there with them was LT Rhythm. Further out still Solandi, followed then by Pop's mate Ballawindy, Double Whiskey. And Sebco brought up the rear. They cast a home turn astern and commenced the run down the straight where they'll have 2 to go. And bowling along out in front at this stage was Norris. Coming at it now was Solandi. Solandy. On the rail was Stanley Meadow. Ken Sim making a fast forward move, but 4 deep back in the field. Then 2 Pops Mate, who was followed by Warchan, Double Whiskey, Ballawindy and Sebco. Brought up the rear. Over towards the 600 they travel on Northeast, the leader by a length to Stanley Meadow. Solandy was third on the outside, now being passed by Ken Sim, Pops Mate and LT Rhythm together. They were followed then by Double Whiskey, in behind them Warchan, second last Ballawindy, and still Sebco brought up the rear. They travel the back and make the run down towards the corner, and Northeast the leader by a length to Ken Sim. Stanley Meadows third on the rail, followed then in the event by one there would be Solandy. Pops Mate down on the rail, one making a move right up around the outside of runners now at this stage, and making a forward move with them too would be LT Rhythm. In behind those now was Warchan, followed then by Ballawindy, and still last of all was Sebco. Around the corner and down to the judge, the bell lap coming up this time, and 1 circuit of the course left before them, and Osborne has Northeast bowling along in front over Stanley Meadow. Next in the event, Kim Sin in company with Solandy. They were being followed by LT Rhythm. Over on the paint, Pops Made in advance of Double Whiskey. Ballawindy and still Sebco was last of all. They've got 600 left to travel, and Northeast giving plenty out in front as they travel down the back, showed the way over Stanley Meadow, Ken Sim, Solandy. Pops Made going up on the inside, being followed up then by Sebco on its outside, LT Rhythm. Warchant was next from Ballawindy, and Double Whiskey brought up the rear. They leave the back and move to the turn. 350 out of Northeast, the leader over Stanley Meadow. Pop one getting a beautiful run along the rail was Sebco, followed then by Pops Mate. Further out still in the event now at this stage would be Ballawindy. Ken Simmons one moving right along the rail, but in the straight however, and Northeast was nicely clear. Osborne getting everything out of it. Right down the outside comes Sebco. In the centre Stanley Meadow, but Northeast won the money. Sebco second, Stanley Meadows third, followed then by Ballawindy, Pops Made, LT Rhythm. Warchant next to go down from Kim Sim, Solandy and Double Whiskey last home.
Great go there at Maitland. Ned's called them 4 from 9. We'll stand by for the placings at Maitland, and a good-sized crowd there tonight.
The light is on. Racing, Vanadis, Mango Girl and Tipsy Girl came out of the machine running, and they're all looking to be in front at the end of the first 200 metres. Vanadis is the first to the rail. Mango Girl in the middle, and Tipsy Girl out 3 wide, and they're 4 in front of Hike Along. Then come a dancing Virilo Bell and Norwegian Rose, followed by Bermuda Resort, Belmont and Pleasant Memory had dropped back to the rear. Vanadis in front at the end of the first quarter with 1,200 left to run. Leads by a half to Mango Girl, and Hike Along straight up to third. She's 3 deep. Tipsy Girl fourth on the outside of Bermuda Resort, and Come a Dancing now 4 wide as Tipsy Girl found the back of Hike Along. Then Virilo Bell, followed by Belmont, Norwegian Rose, and 2 lengths to Pleasant Memory. 29.2 the first split of the mile, and on the turn out of the straight, Mango Girl runs to the lead. The favourite claimed the rail and led by a length to Come a Dancing, quickly running to second. Vanadis third, now behind the speed. Hike Along fourth on the outside of Bermuda Resort, and Tipsy Girls 3 back in the running lane. 1 to Belmont on the fence, 1 to Virilo Bell. Pleasant Memory peels out 3 deep, and Norwegian Rose last at the 700 metres peg. 31.7 the second split. Mango Girl in front by more than a length to Come a Dancing. Vanadis locked up on the fence. Tipsy Girl and Pleasant Memory starting to rush. They're out very wide, but they're charging up deep on the track. Hike Along's called it a night. Then came Belmont, Bermuda Resort, Virilo Bell and Norwegian Rose. Mango Girl more than a length clear at the 300, and Tobin lifted his hands. Vanadis about to get off the rail. Come a Dancing gone. Tipsy Girl flat, then Pleasant Memory and Belmont. Mango Girl in front around the bend. Vanadis goes after Mango Girl. Belmont into the clear. Vanadis joined Mango Girl with 100 to go. Vanadis put its head in front. Mango Girl battles back, but Vanadis forges clear, and Vanadis beat Mango Girl. Belmont third, and they streeted the others, headed by Come a Dancing, Virilo Bell, then Pleasant Memory, Hike Along, Norwegian Rose, Bermuda Resort, and Tipsy Girl was last of all. Vanadis, number 8, driven by Charlie Sini.
Big Bad Shaz and 3:10 for the Czechs, Peerless Jethro. Ready? Racing Peerless Jethro slow. Blue Gamble to the inside. Won the start, but Big Bad Shaz is coming over. Keeping a white Blue Zamet also at Tecumseh. Big Bad Shaz got flattened and has dropped back to the tail. Heading into the back, and Blue Gamble got the fly. Tecumseh into second, into third, Blue Zamet. They're followed further back by Joking. Then Peerless Jethro. Big Bad Shaz around them from Adios Prince, and Titian's at the rear. Coming down the side, the leaders mixed. Blue Gamble and Tecumseh, and Blue Zamet shot to the front. Blue Zamet ran clear by 4 to Tecumseh. Blue Gamble further back, Joking. Blue Zamet in front. It's getting tight, but it's flopped in to win it. Blue Zamet has beaten Tecumseh. Oh, this dog's a nuisance sometimes, Blue Zamet. Third's very close. Blue Gamble in there with Joking, followed by Peerless Jethro, Big Bad Shaz, Adios Prince, and Titian.
All right, well, Darren referring...
Racing. Now, Goon on Gold came out nicely. Happy Carome and She's a Wood Duck have both begun okay. Goon on Gold the early leader, but Happy Carome's got plenty of speed from out wide. And Happy Carome goes to the lead round the first turn. Clears across 6 metres to Goon on Gold. She's a Wood Duck left without cover. Bags of Cash 3 back on the inside. On its outside, Bravery's in the 1-1. 4 metres further back in the field then to Le Foudroyant back along the inside in turn. We had on settling down Notre Dame. They were followed then by Pacific Morris, Precious Babe. These last 4 all off the rails, Radical Rabbit and Sun Khan. Now, Le Foudroyant not sitting. He's off 3 deep on it. Happy Carome led. He is fired up pretty well, Happy Carome. He wants to go a little bit quicker. 4 metres to Gone on Gold, which is pulling. In the centre, She's a Wood Duck. 3 wide on the track, Le Foudroyant, and back on the inside was Bags of Cash 3 back. On the outside, Bravery. Le Foudroyant working fairly hard out deep. 47.2 the lead time. Notre Dame's on the inside, covering it in turn, Pacific Morris. 4 or 5 metres away, then 2 Precious Babe. Another 4 metres, Radical Rabbit biding his time. And Sun Khan was at the tail. They head down the back straight. The pace is quite reasonable. Happy Carome still right up on the bit. 2 metres clear. Le Foudroyant sitting up on the outside second. Gone on Gold's got the run of the race. She's a Wood Duck now in the 1-1. Down on the inside, Bags of Cash. A couple of metres further back then to Bravery. Notre Dame on the rails. Then 2 metres, Pacific Morris. Still third last, Precious Babe. Second last, Radical Rabbit. And Sun Khan at the tail, but he's getting itchy fingers. In fact, he flushes out Radical Rabbit. First quarter now comes up in 31 flat, so the pace is quite good. The leader, Happy Carome, still right up on the steel by 3 metres. Le Foudroyant's off the bit now second. Behind them, Gone on Gold, 1 by 1. She's a Wood Duck. Bags of Cash has had a nice rails run, but needs a bit of luck. Then Bravery. Radical Rabbit 3 wide around them. It'll be out there for a fairway though. Notre Dame's on the inside. Pacific Morris in the centre. Following Radical Rabbit is Sun Khan and Precious Babe at the tail. Heading to the back, they've got 650 left to run. Happy Carome still held together, led 3 metres. Second quarter was 30.9. Le Foudroyant on the outside. Radical Rabbit's moving up quite quickly out 3 deep. Gone on Gold in behind them. She's a Wood Duck now held up in the centre. Sun Khan 3 wide but struggling. Down on the rails then, Bags of Cash. Bravery between horses. Well out of it then, Pacific Morris, Precious Babe and Notre Dame. Happy Carome the one to beat. Le Foudroyant under pressure. 3 wide, Radical Rabbit continues to come on. Behind them, Gone on Gold looks for a split. Out wide are Bags of Cash, and then She's a Wood Duck running on. He's still sitting on the leader, Happy Carome. Radical Rabbit gets within a metre. She's a Wood Duck down the outside, coming hard. Happy Carome in front. She's a Wood Duck coming quickly with Bags of Cash. Happy Carome in front. She's a Wood Duck. Bags of Cash grab it, and Bags of Cash. Bags of Cash in the centre, 1 ahead. She's a Wood Duck second, Happy Carome third. Close up, Radical Rabbit, Bravery out deep. Precious Babe not far away with Pacific Morris.
1-3-5, the placings almost set Wentworth Park. Here's Peter.
Thank you, Hilton. Yes, the black Cool Jet 9-4 is the favourite for the race. Lower rolling now. Set to go, 7 is the fave. Racing, Cool Gen came out fairly well. Marsovan won the start and dashed to the lead. Marsovan leads Dainty's Boy and our Lammingham. Cool Gen strides to fourth. Behind them, Sature, and then a break of 3 lengths to She's a Moon. Armbro, Kate and Zeta J down the back, and Marsovan leads the way from Dainty's Boy and our Lammingham. Wide was Cool Gen, 2 lengths Sature running on, and a break to the others headed by Armbro, Kate. On the corner, still the leader was Marsovan, joining it Dainty's Boy, our Lammingham. Here's Cool Gen right down the outside, and Cool Gen wins it brilliantly. Cool Gen goes home too well. Close for the minors. Give it to our Lammingham from Dainty's Boy. Sature, Marsovan. Further back, Armbro, Kate, She's a Moon, and Zeta Jade was last.
7 and a photo, very close.
Green lights on racing. Hampton Gold in the centre shows early speed, but going with her is Good Time Thor. And up on the outside is Cunning Adam making ground a third. 6 metres away, Peacekeeper racing a little bit deep for a stride, followed by Banjo Miss on the fence, Direct Power. Then Kanungra Koala as Good Time Thor goes forward and keeps out Hampton Gold leaving the straight. On the fence out of the straight is Serve Me Well. One off the fence is Wonder Gold. Out 3 wide early in the straight and pacing a little bit roughly for a stride or two there was Peacekeeper. Second last is Roman Jules and 4 metres away Gula Trick. Lead time 23.6 along the back, and the leader Good Time Thor by 6 or 8 metres to Hampton Gold. Third Cunning Adam without cover. Banjo Miss on its back in turn as 1 out and 5th early. Then Direct Power travelling 4th and 3 back on the rail. 4 back on the fences, Serve Me Well. Kanungra Koala's handy early, 2 metres away and racing 3 back on the outside. Then Wonder Gold. From last now, Gula Trick pulls to the outside. Roman Jules is second last and Peacekeeper last and switching back to the fence. Around the turn they race towards the 11.50. First quarter in 34.3. Lead time 23.6. A lap to go in the straight, and Kanungra Koala now pulls out 3 wide. Raced up on the outside and heads off Good Time Thor with a round to go. In front is Kanungra Koala by 4 metres to Good Time Thor, who comes off the fence now. Hampton Gold is making ground the rail to be third. Cunning Adam now fourth. Up on the outside is Banjo Miss. She's had a very good run. She'll have the last crack at them. And now easing out 3 wide, forcing Gula Trick out 4 wide. Direct Power comes off the rail. Then Serve Me Well, followed by Wonder Gold. Roman Jules is second last, and last is Peacekeeper. Along the back they race at the 600. Second quarter in 32. It's Kanungra Koala in front. The driver looks around. He's 4 metres in front. He's got Good Time Thor and he's outside beaten. Hampton Gold is third. Banjo Miss now peeling out 3 wide, making ground, followed by Cunning Adam gone. Direct Power pulls out, runs on. Under pressure, Gula Trick. Serve Me Well comes off the rail. Then Wonder Gold, Peacekeeper, and 6 metres away, Roman Jules. Third quarter, 29.5 around the turn, 200 metres out, and Kanungra Koala, she bolted in front. She strode away 12 metres to Hampton Gold. Banjo Miss is about to get into second placing, then Cunning Adam. Direct Power down the outside, making ground, but Kanungra Koala is a mile in front of the 100 from Hampton Gold. Banjo Miss is now only plodding, followed by Cunning Adam, but Kanungra Koala scores easily. Kanungra Koala wins by 6 metres to Hampton Gold. Tight third, Cunning Adam or out wide, Serve Me Well. Banjo Miss disappointing. Direct Power close up. Peacekeeper made ground. Then Wonder Gold, followed by Roman Jules, Good Time Thor, and Gula Trick has run last.
10-5 and a photo, possibly number 9, Serve Me Well, to get third out wide as we update Maitland, and they're beside the boxes at Penrith. At Maitland, number 1, King's Gambit.
All set for the Lawson Stake, favourite in the 2 alley. Ready, racing near the inside. Larissa Bale jumped away fast-sided. Sense of Ego, C Senor and Gypsy Trader moving up out wider. Then came Classic Walk, Sherry Supreme, Ice Chest back midfield, and the last one Beechwood Noah heading into the back. Sense of Ego, the leader being joined by C Senor there, followed by Larissa Bale, Ice Chest. Right off the track, Gypsy Trader. Then came Classic Walk and Sherry Supreme in the run down the side. The leader still giving. Sense of Ego's a length clear from C Senor. Ice Chest getting along the inside. Sense of Ego's going up and down. Ice Chest got the inside run. It's gone to the lead, and Ice Chest too good for Sense of Ego. Third, Classic Walk, followed in by Sherry Supreme. Then came Beechwood Noah. Further back, Gypsy Trader from Larissa Bale, and C Senor was amongst the tail enders.
2-5-6 Penrith.
Flashing a false start. False start of Maitland Sky. This time a good even start in the Gallipoli Post and an early race for the lead. We've seen Armbro, Dick, Brook, Hanover and also Lauren Order, followed by King's Gambit, Riverina Bird out wide in the centre with Little Trunky, Banjo Mountain. Stephen and at the bar brought up the rear. Down past the 600 they travel, and Lauren Order has got to the lead and opened up a break of a length over King's Gambit. Armbro, Dick was next, Banjo Mountain the rail. Out wide on the track, Brook, Hanover, followed then by Little Trunky at the bar, Riverina Bird, and still Stephen was trailing a solid clip as they cast the 400 peg astern and make the run to the corner. A lap and a quarter before them, where the leader was Lauren Order, 3 parts of a length to the good of King's Gambit. The Banjo Mountain was next in the event. They were being followed along by one gaining a little bit of ground right up around the outside of them would be Armbro Dick. Back in the field, 2-1 there now would be Little Trunky, followed by Brook Hanover, Riverina Bird at the bar, and still Stephen was trailing. Down to the judge they travel, a bell lap coming up, and 7 750 to go. And Payne has Lauren Order, the leader, 3 parts of a length to King's Gambit. Banjo Mountain third from Armbro Dick, followed by Little Trunky. Brook Hanover at the bar. Riverina Bird and Still Stephen brought up the rear. 600 to travel. Lauren Order still in charge. 3 parts of a length to King's Gambit. Banjo Mountain on the rail with nowhere to go. Armbro Dick up on the outside of Little Trunky. They were being followed by Brook Hanover at the bar. Riverina Bird and Stephen was trailing 450 out in the Gallipoli pace, and Lauren Order making every post a winner. Was 3 parts of a length to King's Gambit as they run to the corner, followed in by Banjo Mountain down on the rail. One sneaking up on the inside would be Little Trunky. They were followed then by Brook Hanover at the bar, Riverina Bird, and Still Stephen was last of all. They're about to turn for home in the Gallipoli pace, and Lauren Order first to swing. Banjo Mountain's off the rail. King's Gambit, Brook Hanover in the straight. Lauren Order clear. Banjo Mountain trying to cut it out. Little Trunky was now putting in a claimers. Lauren Order and Banjo Mountain go to the line. Lauren Order's just lasted. Beat Banjo Mountain. Little Trunky third, followed by Stephen. King's Gambit, Brook Hanover at the bar. Riverina Bird and Armbro Dick last in.
Great finish there at Maitland. A photo there at Maitland. Albion Park, they're scoring up now. Coming up at Albion Park for race number 5.
All set. Lights on, racing. Tipaku and Silas Mariner near the fence began well, and the Injector came out very roughly and dropped back to the tail of the field. Ali's Hope beginning to muster speed and is rushing across from the outside with Charming Night as they reach the first bend, and Ali's Hope is the leader. Charming Night settling second, Tipaku third, and Silas Mariner 2 lengths away fourth. Then Knight's Memory on the inside of Rebecca's Choice, Classy Bay 3 deep, Tolemaki on the rail, followed by Harley O'Quinn. Activity is second last, and the Injector 3 lengths away at the tail of the field. Ali's Hope in front as they run down the stretch, 28.7 the first split. Ali's Hope leads by 2 lengths to Tipaku, and Classy Bay moves up wide on the track. Activity out 3 deep, and Rebecca's Choice now plants Activity 4 wide. Silas Mariner's 1 deep on the outside of Charming Night, followed by Tolemaki and then Knight's Memory. Harley O'Quinn second last, and the Injector whipped them in at the 800 metres park. Harley's Hope takes them to the back, leading by more than a length to Rebecca's Choice, now running to second. Tipaku third, locked up on the back of the leader. Classy Bay fourth around Charming Night. Activity 3 deep on the outside of Silas Mariner. Tolemaki on the rail. Knight's Memory 3 wide behind Activity, then Harley O'Quinn, and 1 to the Injector, 32.3 the second quarter. Still Ali's Hope on top, 450 left to run. Ali's Hope more than a length to Rebecca's Choice. Tipaku third. Knight's Memory runs to fourth, wide on the outside of Classy Bay, and then Charming Night, Tolemaki and Silas Mariner. Ali's Hope led. Oh, he wanted to duck off the track at the 250, and Tipaku, the favourite's got a dream run. Ali's Hope just in front, but Tipaku was presented with a glorious run. Knight's Memory running on. Tipaku grabbed the lead, but Ali's Hope's kicking again. Ali's Hope takes the lead. Tipaku won't go on with it, and Ali's Hope, he threw it away on the turn, and then he snatched it back. Ali's Hope has beaten Tipaku and Tolemaki on the rail, followed by Charming Night, Harley O'Quinn, Knight's Memory, the Injector, Classy Bay, Rebecca's Choice, Silas Mariner, and Activity was last of all.
Unusual race, 6-1-11, Ali's Hope coming back to beat Tipaku at 11 Tolemaki.
Racing, Goldstream came out fairly. Bretnick's won the start straight to the lead. Goldstream's going to get the trail right behind it. Tiger Zahn goes to third. On the inside of it, Pioneer Pete, Majure Queen. And then came Bo Whitson, Manelli Bale and Pace Merchant. Bretnick led Goldstream, joining it on the outside as they go to the back. They're out by 2 lengths to Pioneer Pete, followed by Tiger Zahn. On the corner, Bretnick's running about, checking Goldstream, and quickly on the outside, Pioneer Pete has got to the front. Pioneer Pete kicked away from Bretnick, and Pioneer Pete comes away. Pioneer Pete wins. Tiger Zahn might have got up for second from Bretnick. Close up then was Bo Whitzer. Wide on the track was Majure Queen, Pace Merchant. Goldstream got into plenty of bother, and back at the tail, Manelli Bale.
2 and a photo, race 5 at Wentworth.
Seeming to go a little roughly at the start, Earl Nugent. You Missed Out began quickly. Ferguson away well. Going forward, Call the Shot shortly after the start. Weona Kenny and King Meadow from out wide. Now, Greek Street's around the field in the early part, and he could even work into the 1-1 here. Ferguson not trying to kick up in the centre. Greek Street tries to ease, but King Meadow eases in front of him. They're about 10 metres in advance, 12 metres in advance of Satan Commands. Arpenley was beaten for early pace back on the inside. Further back in the field then to Just Man, and they are followed next along in the run then by Earl Nugent, and Melvin Skipper settles at the tail. Weona Kenny going right on with the job. Call the Shots is trying hard to ease, but Weona Kenny eventually works to the front. So a couple of these favourites are working it tough. 44 seconds the lead time. They have flown early. Weona Kenny goes to the lead 4 metres. Greek Street's quickly going to race up on the outside. Might even look for the front here, Greek Street. Call the Shots in behind them. Weona Kenny doesn't try and hold Greek Street. He will go to the lead. Then King Meadow left without cover. Next You Missed Out. Ferguson's 1-1. Now Satan Commands has been biding his time back midfield. Arpenley the inside. Then 3 metres Just Man. There goes Satan Commands off 3 wide. Melvin Skipper back on the rails, and Earl Nugent also biding his time, but he's about to follow Just Man. So they're all coming. Been a race of many changes. Greek Street led 6 metres. Weona Kenny's done it tough early. King Meadow the centre, and 3 deep Satan Commands around the pack. Call the Shots back on the rails. Ferguson the centre. First quarter 31 seconds. Just Man on the back of Satan Commands. Then Earl Nugent following Just Man. Arpenley now in the centre. You Missed Out on the inside, and Melvin Skipper at the tail.